Welcome to Hot Trash. Hot Trash. Welcome. Welcome to our very first Hot Trash show where the songs are hot, but they're definitely trash. Stay tuned and learn about the music that you're listening to, the influences that you're going through, the way that you're being duped over by the music that's being put out. Cause it's definitely hot, but it's definitely trash. Stay tuned. You're at your very first edition of Hot Trash, where today what we're gonna talk about is, did Suge Knight get Tupac Shakur killed? And that's a question that's going on in today's world. The murder is still unsolved to this very day. So when we look at Suge Knight and Tupac, we realize there was a problem because he came to Tupac when he was in prison and he presented himself like a savior. Like, listen, I'm just here to help. I'm just here to get you out. But the bottom line, Tupac ended up getting in more slavery than he ever was before because he went to a height that would ultimately cost his life. So I want to just tune in real fast to a video that projects with Suge Knight and Tupac, how that connection, how it ended up really being destruction. Let's go to the video clip, please.
Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
What's important is,
you gonna get that?
Yeah. Yeah, baby. I'll be there in 1 minute.
Who's that, Biggie?
Oh, that's just fate. She's always checking up on me.
It's a lying piece of shit.
Pop, please don't kill me. It was Buff's idea. No, man. I'm just a rapper, man. Please don't take me out the game.
I ain't gonna kill you. We was homeboys once, Pig. Once we homeboys, we always homeboys. Even if you is a fat phony.
Thank you, Pop. Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Don't thank me. Sorry.
First off, fuck your bitch in the clique you claim. West side, when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, Puffy trying to see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia, some mark ass bitches. We keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady gunning, keep on busting at the boots. You know the rules. Little Caesar, go ask your homie out.
You gotta realize one thing. Tupac is Death Row. I feel I have more than just a business relationship with him. He the type to be like a brother.
We over here hanging out with Lady Manon. She has a few questions about Tupac, am I correct?
Yes.
About Suge Knight, things that she wants to ask that would help you get a greater understanding to this mystery that has been plaguing the hip hop generation for now almost 20 years. It's been 20 years. And they still haven't solved it, but you're gonna get your answer today. You're gonna find out today what really happened.
If you've ever been a Tupac fan, or you've ever listened to a Tupac song,
which we have,
and you're not a fan, and we all have, we'd like some resolve, some closure to this issue. We'd like to know what happened, what took place, truthfully.
Oh yeah.
So, some conspiracy theorists have accused the record industry of intentionally not producing positive hip-hop music. And when they do, it lacks the quality of the more damaging and offensive songs. How do you think this affected the situation, or do you think this played into what took place with Tupac's death?
What I think is this. I think that though the record companies, they definitely promote trash. They've been promoting trash since music came out. Bottom line is just the trash has intensified. But the thing that gets me is that those young homies that are in our community and those young sisters that are in our community, they are thinking that they are niggas. and that they are dogs, and that they are BITCHs, and that they are nothing. And so now they allow the record company to put them on stage and do those things that make us look stupid. So the bottom line, that's why we call it hot trash. We want to get to the end of all the trash, and I believe the trash, yes, it's infested at the record companies, but I want to get it out my hood. From my hood to your hood, I want it out. And if we could get it out of our hoods, then we'll get it out of the record company, because they won't have nobody to go to. I was looking over there in Japan. When they dropped the bomb in Japan, the one thing I saw was that the Japanese people rose up even stronger. So I don't want to have no more excuses about slavery and oppression and all of those other things that we allow ourselves to make excuses for, to go and bring ourselves to those places. Before, if somebody called you a Nigger, you was offended. Yeah. Now, we got people that added an A to it and said it's clean. And that's what I want to get rid of.
I agree with you. I definitely think if a word is a negative word, it has a negative connotation, it's not something that we should utilize. I don't believe we should repurpose it and embrace it as some sense of power or feeling like we've taken it back. It's not anything that we should have ever tried to own in the first place. So I totally agree with that. My next question is, what do you think of the media's relationship with hip-hop, and how has it affected the culture, positively or negatively?
I believe that it definitely has a negative effect. And what makes it negative is that there's not a real agreement. You got individuals that are coming forth and they're not doing what's in their heart.
I agree with that.
And anytime you're not doing what's in your heart, you're doing what's in the devil's heart. And so you got individuals that's not doing what's in their heart, and then you got another group of individuals that they're the devil's sons. So they're doing what's in their heart. And so when you put those two together, you got a time bomb. And so what God is putting in the hearts of the people from this day forth is that they would come forth and take a stance. Because if we keep letting this foolishness go forth, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how we even calling half this stuff music anyway. It's not even music.
My sentiments.
It's not even music. And half of it, 90% of it, needs to be burned. Not because I think I'm higher than anybody else, because all of these influences, the young man on this song, I give him an E for effort on this song. Because he was encouraging people to keep their head up. And though every song, every word in the song I don't agree with, I agree with 90% of his song. So I give him an E for effort. But the bottom line is that we got a lot of things that we got to get out of our own people. And when I say our own people, I'm not necessarily referring to black people. I'm referring to those right now that touch the microphone and say they're producing music when it's not music. But I was influenced by all of these songs. But at the end of the day, there's a conflict of interest, and we got to draw the line, because if this continues, things are going to explode.
I agree with that as well. And the music has become most definitely the title of this show, Hot Trash.
Hot trash indeed.
None of it is it doesn't have, some of it doesn't even have a message. It's just words over a beat that mean absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And we definitely need to change that. If we can change the mentality of our community, of our people, of the artists, then we'll definitely have a more positive result. How has society come to endorse music that promotes humanity destroying themselves? Because if someone created a song about Hitler murdering the Jews and put it over a hot beat, it wouldn't go mainstream. It wouldn't be embraced. So why do you think in other cultures it is?
It goes back to something real simple. Wherever a community is out of order, the men are out of order. And in our community, the men are out of order. And they've been out of order a long time. And even if you go all the way back to slavery, you know, Nobody just busted through Africa and overtook it, but you had individuals, you had leaders that were in that community that actually made agreements with different men, that they would allow those men to take the weak men and the woman out of that community and put them into slavery. So when you look at that mindset, that's something that needs to be broke, not just on the slave ship, but before the slave ship even came about, that mindset needed to be broken. So now you had the same men. We don't no longer need no Ku Klux Klan when men are shaking hands with different individuals themselves saying, we agree that they're niggas, we agree that they're dogs, we agree that they're nothing but to be breeded and be put to work, whether that be in prison or whether we make money off of them burying them. That's what we see. And that's what we have. And that's where we at.
Wow. That's not a good place.
And on that note, Jesus is looking for a man, woman, boy, or girl who would rather die before they dishonor the living God. And if that's you, you need to stand on your feet and make your presence known. In conclusion, what we want you to know is that ultimately, whether Suge Knight killed him or not, I don't know. But the conclusion is that death and life lie in the power of the tongue, and those that love it eat the fruit thereof. So in conclusion, the bottom line is that Suge Knight might not have personally killed him, but the music that was allowed to come out, it did kill him. And the songs that Tupac made himself were part of the death because they were written and spoken through the words that he spoke. So remember, death and life is in the power of your tongue. Be careful the words you let out, because the words you let out might cause you to meet an early death. Keep frontin' and stuntin' and you're sure gon' get it. Loose lips sink ships, Sonny, don't forget it. King of Kings chose King Larry, I don't regret it. Something Queens, King of Kings is what you need to be reppin'.